Mario Maker 1. So, kind of knocking off the incentive list, one game at a time here. But the first thing that got met on the birthday stream earlier this week. This seems a little loud. First thing that was met on the birthday stream earlier this week was Mario Maker 1 showcase. I said I only had like 5 levels on here, but I checked just before stream and I actually have 10. So we'll just go ahead and go through everything. I also I did all of this offline, so I didn't look like a complete idiot just fumbling around and wondering where to go.
All my school stuff's in the way of everything.
I did not mean to go here. I meant to go here.
In case anyone's wondering why I haven't been streaming.
Bun.
Sio's been having to be off. Mic.
Bun's life has been taken over by school, if y'all can imagine.
And fucking ends.
Okay, so I guess we'll just go in order here. Yeah, so I made 10 levels, it looks like. From what I remember, none of them are even close to Kaizo, which is good because I'm not very good at this game. Most of them were from when this game when this game came out in like 2015 or so. So they're 7 years old, basically. Yeah. Oh, this one actually came out 7 years ago. It says when it was made, 9/11/2015.
The day before your birthday when you got it?
Yep.
Oh!
All right, y'all. That's adorable. Not gonna lie.
That's precious.
People have died in lots of spots in this one.
Slee, hi! Rev, hi!
Yeah, all the friends are here. Let me angle it a little. There we go. Okay. So, I really don't remember how to play Mario Maker, so we're gonna see. Yeah. I guess playing with weird physics is actually probably a good warm-up for what we're gonna be playing later, though. Which is SMB1 for Lost Players. I remember there's something up here, right? Yeah! Look at me go putting in secrets in my first level 7 years ago. It's not much.
How cute. That's honest design.
Yep. So I still liked Coin Trails 7 years ago. Yeah. Alright, so initial impressions. Better than I expected, if I'm being honest. Not great, but better than I expected. Alright, we died finally.
Wouldn't it be cute if you one-shotted it?
It would have been cute. I would have been surprised.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to take the downward path here. 'Cause from what I remember, this is basically a different level.
Okay, I'm kind of bummed on like how crampy my tone is right now.
Yeah, I don't really love that.
It feels like cramps and not like my stomach hurts, you know what I mean? But my period isn't supposed to start for over a week. What is this bug? There's one thing I cannot stand, it is a motherfucking bug in my house. Oh no, don't think you can hide under a Hello Kitty bottle! Oh no.
I mean, off-screen ceiling there, self, but otherwise not doing too bad. Damn it, that's the end. Yeah, it's a cute little standard level. It doesn't do anything like super extravagant, but it also doesn't really need to. It's just a cute little SMB1 underground level.
Hey Vincent.
Hey Vincent, how's it going?
Sorry, I saw a bug and it needs to go. And then I always do the thing where I like clap and then it dies in between my hands and then I'm not prepared for it to be dead on my hand, but like I still do it every time.
Also gotta say, I wasn't really expecting my first level to have, like, mixed foreground aesthetics and stuff. I'm impressed with Past Self.
Was there like something in that sauce I shouldn't have had? Or was it so
Okay,
good?
y'all, we went to Raising Cane's today for the first time.
Is this a mistake?
It is some of the most, like, mediocre food I've maybe ever had. And, like, not even necessarily in a bad way outside of Bun's tongue hurting,
It's not
but, like,
great.
it is, like, I described it as if a C was food in terms of, like,
Yeah.
it's perfectly acceptable, but, like,
C
we're probably
plus.
never gonna go out of the way. Alright, good job, Past Self. We'll take it. One level down.
Nice.
That's your estimation of Cane's? Yeah.
Would it hurt my stomach like this, though? Taco Bell doesn't even hurt my stomach like this. Yeah, for Nap, we just got one. And it's like in one of the suburbs that we're not typically in very often, but our dentist was over there, so
Yeah.
we stopped by on the way home. I like, I just have this napkin in my hand. I don't know where the bug went.
Alright, so we have a new soup level. But this one actually came out on my birthday in 2015.
I feel like I should just try to go to the bathroom, but like, I can watch you on mobile.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to miss this. Bitch.
So I've noticed Past Self likes to have secrets at the top of the level. So I just walling it off. I mean, there's nothing like, nothing really like wrong with these levels at least, which is nice. Nope. I got me as well as a lot of other people with that one. Good job. Interesting that these levels don't have checkpoints. Apparently Past Me did not really care for checkpoints that much. No. Okay. There is something up there. Early Mario Maker 1 didn't have checkpoints. You know that would actually check out because I do remember that being something they patched in. Yes, that is correct. It's like very, like, day one Mario Maker didn't. Like, it was one of their, like, very first patches that they had. I completely forgot that that was one of the things they patched in. It was like checkpoints, like, what, red coins weren't added until DLC later, I think, if I remember right. I think that those are like the major things, at least. Almost got me again. Okay, so after the first two levels, pretty decent length checkpoints, I would say. Maybe a little short for standard, but also these weren't really meant to be like ball-bustingly difficult or anything, so it was a nice chill way to open the stream, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I remember this level being slightly more difficult. I busted out 3 levels in 2 days? Jesus. Okay. Apparently I was waiting for a game like this to come out. I must have been, apparently. I was just looking at the time frame for that and was not expecting both of, like, all 3 of the levels that we've played to be in the span of, like, 2 days. I miss flaming enemies, actually. That is one thing that I kind of wish ever came over to SMW, is those, like, flaming Jeeps. Okay. A little over-reliant on coin trails, I would say, is my main feedback for Past Self. kind of Kaizo 1 nonsense is this? Alright. Good spot for a power-up, I would say. No going over the level? Yeah, okay. I think this is also before they had, like, any kind of, like, boss stuff, so this is my... oh, I got hammered. Okay. Third Wall, you sent me something. Thank you. I am very excited to check that out. Is it what I think it is? Because I assume so. Also, hi. I do appreciate that Past Self was willing to give, like, multiple paths and stuff. Sokoban? Hell yeah. Okay. Definitely looking forward to that, too. Thank you. Also, hi. How's it going? I have not played fucking Mario Maker in a very long time. So this is a weird flashback, but just goes to show you can play levels that you made 7 years ago and still vaguely remember what to do. I don't love... Okay. Objective criticism for Past Self number 2. The multiple paths that I like to take in these levels are interesting, but also a little confusing at times, and sometimes interfere with the jumps in, like, terms of the jump arc. I thought I missed that mushroom entirely. Yeah, Mario Maker 1 days, it's interesting. Alright, just don't die. Okay. Alright, 3 down. Cool. We'll take it. I appreciate that even, like, 7 years ago, I was willing to make levels that weren't just straight left and right movement. Like, that level actually had a decent amount of, like, verticality, even if it wasn't, like, the most... But, like, for a Mario Maker level, especially one that came out, like, 2 days. Okay. We're at least on to the 13th, finally. I took a break. 3 levels in 1 day was enough, apparently. Ooh. Okay. Not used to New Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm surprised I was more used to New Soup than I was SMB 3 though, because I'm pretty sure I made a lot of levels with SMB 3. It's so weird playing all of these levels, like, without checkpoints. But, like, I will also say, this level feels pretty well, like, play-tested for being as old as it is. There's an entire upper segment up there, but... Mario Maker 1 did have SMW. I think I was determined to make a bunch of other levels first before I moved into the SMW style. I specifically remember a couple of levels. I'm going to play this one again and actually try the upper path here, because I feel like I've missed a decent amount in this level. I feel like all of my levels have, like, an upper path and a lower path, which is... interesting. That one... Do I have to really time? Jesus. Okay. Maybe that's easier. None of this is easier. What the hell was I thinking? Why is there an upper path on this level? How do you even get up there? There's a lot going on up there. I can see it up there. It's cute, Sio lore. Yeah, apparently. It's something I didn't maybe even know that I did. Okay. It's okay, bud. I just couldn't remember what I said, honestly. Whoops. Okay, so this upper path in this level is definitely the hardest thing I've asked anyone to do so far. I appreciate that that spawns the way it does, though, because you can actually manipulate that fairly well. Oh, okay. You don't actually have to do it off of the pillar. Damn. This is a hard jump with Mario Maker 1 physics. Yeah! Okay. All that for the trampoline to get up to here. Okay. I appreciate that this is its own boss, but clearly a secret path. Okay. You like the Omni Thruster? Omni Thruster was my nickname in high school. Thanks. Alright. Is that level 4? I think that was level 4. Alright. So we're officially into levels that are slightly under 7 years old now. Ice level. Am I gonna give us an upper path to go on? Let's see. Oh, it's a chain jump level. Okay. So, one thing I am pretty proud of with these levels is... it seems like they stick to a theme fairly well, all things considered. Kevy with a raid. How's it going? Woo! Reset door. How's it going, everyone? I'm Sio. Bun's here too. We are chilling and reviewing levels I made 7 years ago at this point. Honestly, for being 7-year-old levels, they are better than I expected them to be. They're not amazing, but there is some interesting level design in here.
So you got a raid?
Yeah, Kevy just came in.
Oh, Kevy, thanks for the raid! How was your stream?
Also, pretty good aesthetics in this level, past self.
How was Fall Guys?
No worries, Kevy. I never expect anything from anyone, but I very much appreciate it. Kevy, thank you for 10 gift subs. Goddamn. Thank you for the gift subs, too. Twaddler, Achromatic Sky, Shirt Pants, Romes Jones, Fry B, Kefka, The Fleo, Maury, Sparky, and Taylor. Nice. Thank you. It was a great birthday, honestly.
Thank you so much, Kevy.
We got to hang out with friends all day. We played a surprising amount of golf. I didn't realize until after I finished. I was like,
God, we played so many different golf games. Why?
I was like, we played motion golf. We also played monkey ball golf.
We don't even really like golf that much.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, like, it's
we don't
not
hate golf,
it's
but
not
like,
terrible,
it's not like we
but-
play regular golf.
Yeah.
Like outside. Outside golf, please.
outside golf. Outside golf.
Not that there's anything wrong with golf, just we don't play it, you know? So why do we play so much video game golf? Is really the question.
Hey, I did give an upper path.
Hey, Mangort.
Surprise, surprise. How's it going, Mingort?
The team game was on. She kept grabbing me. It was so loud. Like 3 lurkers commented. No. Oh my god. I have said some words during Fall Guys. Is what I will say. Fall Guys.
Fall Guys gets intense.
I have never won a game, and I don't know if I will. I gotta play it again. I have the DLC, and I've never streamed it since getting the DLC. Since Momo gave me
Yeah, Bun was
money to get the DLC.
Bun was so excited to get the DLC, and she got this hot dog outfit, and then never actually
No, it's a cheeseburger on top and a rainbow tutu on the bottom.
Excuse me.
Not the
Also,
hot dog.
shout outs to the pun Amari Koopa. I'm proud of myself for that. 7 years ago self. Alright, and apparently I finally decided to make an SMW level.
Hey Field, how's it going?
Hatsune Miku's and Fall Guys.
Wait. I don't even know anything that goes on in Fall Guys anymore. I haven't played it in like 2 years probably. I tried to get really into it in like 2020, because that's when it first came out, right?
I think so, yeah.
And then I just could never get good. I felt like no matter how much time I was putting into it, other people were still putting in more time and like knew the courses better and like knew how to knock people over and like be an asshole to get to the end. And I just have never actually gotten a crown.
Yeah.
And I'm sad.
Maybe someday.
Yeah. Good night, Vincent.
Good night, Vincent. Thanks for hanging out.
Good to see you. I hope you have a great night. I will hopefully be starting stream when Sio is done with the maker levels.
Yeah, we're about halfway done.
Oh yeah,
so.
no rush. My stomach is gonna be in. I don't know why, so I decided to heat pad. I hope.
Oh my god, just throw it over there. Okay. Okay, this is all coins. I wasn't sure.
Also, I got a pillow for my chair at my desk, so that I'm slightly taller and it shouldn't affect my posture. It's a bunny on the pillow.
It's a very cute pillow.
It also has a butthole. Oh my god. There's a hole in the pillow at the end for your butt. Okay? And I just called it a butthole, so. Welcome to Twitch.
Excuse me, show. Thank you. I mean, okay, it's a little janky, but that eventually did work. That was kind of cool.
You're the
Oh,
cutest.
wait a
These are
minute.
so cute.
I need that.
Excuse me, Shil.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo!
I like that level.
I love that. These are so cute.
Yeah, if you're used to Super Mario World on Super Nintendo, this is definitely weird.
Yeah. Same below.
It's a little bit of Uncanny Valley vibes where like it feels like it should be SMW. Thanks for the G's, y'all.
Thanks
Alright.
everybody for hanging out.
A one-screen level. Good job, Past Self.
What? Wow.
That is on a
Speaking
one-screen
of which,
level
you
in
gotta do
2015.
one-screen rooms.
I know, I have...
I don't mean to call you out in front of everybody, but we forgot we promised to do that.
you just definitely did.
I did alright.
Alright, there's a lot going on in this level, but let's map it out, because I guess the only thing I really... Okay, the only thing I can do is go through this door, right? Where does this take me? Over here. Thank you for the follows, by the way.
Spiky. Where'd you come out? Oh, over there. Ah!
Dang it.
Sorry, I'm very into this.
It's okay. So it looks like I could actually reset up there. I'll show it off once I get back
Are
up
those
there.
X's where other people have died?
Yeah. So it shows off where everyone's died in your level that's played it.
Interesting.
Alright, so good timing on that Past Self to make it so you actually have to jump over those dudes. I wasn't sure if that was going to work like that. I'm assuming one of these doors will take me to the door that's to the left right here. So if I mess up this fire bar part right here, which I think I just did, I can jump up here. Nope. And then reset it a little bit, it looks like. I gave myself a reset. Look at that. Past Self. Good job, Past Self.
You keep getting to the right so fast, and I don't know what you are. I'm very invested, but not the one playing, so I'm like, where'd I go?
Yeah. Oops. Not what I meant to do, but that's okay. Hey Helga, good to see you. Thank you for the follow, though.
Helga G Pataki, fuck yeah. Move it, football head.
Hey, Bun Bun.
That's great. I'm here for it. Welcome in. I'm so sorry. I love a good harem reference in this home. Also, my name's
Okay.
Bun Bun, so that's why that was nice.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So now that I have a helmet, I go...
Kevy's uwu emote. Kevy, look at it big here. Look at it big. Kevy! Kevy, I have not seen this
Kevy.
emote. It's so good.
Kevin.
It's so fucking good. That was great.
Okay, so now I do the loop again, but this time the door is open.
Heavy, please feel free to always use your emotes on our channel.
Yeah, I don't know. People sometimes...
I mean, if it makes you feel weird, I understand.
People
but
sometimes get weird about it, but I honestly don't really care. Y'all put in the effort to make your emote.
Some people are weird and are like, it's self-promotion, but like, I use my emotes all the time because they're fucking cute. That's why I love them, you know? I don't know, I've never had anyone actually get mad at me about it, but I've seen, you know, the streamer takes on Twitter, so just, you're always welcome to use them here.
You know what? That was a pretty good one-screen level. I had me thinking.
Okay, these are great. Oh, hold on.
Those are adorable, Kevy.
Oh my god. Oh, they're great.
Okay.
They're so good. I am a big fan of this Uwu, though.
That is a good
It's
one.
incredible.
Magic Koopa Mushroom Mountain.
Is that when they went to Chez Pierre and their thing was for Chez Paris?
It looks like it, yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that's the episode. And I have always had an irrational fear of something like that happening to me ever since that episode. I need you to know. Oh god, also, I went into the dispensary the other day and they were playing King of the Hill and I was like, what, y'all have King of the Hill on in here? Hell yeah, what episode is it? And I looked over and it like panned over to just show like the animal control building and I was like, oh my god, the one with the snake? And I was like, I could tell it was that episode just by that. Like, yeah, I could, because what other episode is animal control? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oops.
And then I was just embarrassed that I could tell a King of the Hill episode that quickly.
Why'd you be embarrassed about it?
Well, I mean, perhaps it's a talent. I don't know.
Oh, there's a flower.
Texas anime. Shut the fuck up. That's incredible. Hank would be like, I know what one of those words means.
You don't lose all of your power up when you get hit in this game. That's weird. Yo! Okay, hold on. I actually drew... First of all, this is a vertical level in Mario Maker 1, which is pretty interesting already. But I actually drew the ground under me to mirror the ground that was already there. That's a small attention to detail that I wasn't expecting past me to have. I'm pretty sure that's soft lock down there, so we'll just not go down there. But otherwise, good job, Past Self.
These are so cute. I love this.
Oops.
Is this more SMW style?
Yeah.
That's...
Okay, and that was like blocking up here. Am I gonna pay attention to detail again? I am! Good job, Past Self. Oh, and then it's like it reset that too. Okay.
We have Pizza Toss as a follower emote now, right?
I don't remember.
Someone else's channel. I guess I can check.
I also got a little bit better about actually using coin trails. where they weren't all over the place, but still fairly important.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I've streamed!
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like scream about it. Yo, my follower emotes don't show up. Oh wait, yeah, they do.
No! It's a little bit of a long level. It's an interesting level, but there's a little bit of a long level. This level would have benefited from a checkpoint, but I think was made before the time of checkpoints.
A breakfast burrito? That sounds nice. Oh no, it's not a follower emote.
Should be.
Yeah, it should. Which one do I delete? You know, I think it was a follower emote, and I deleted it for the Lisa one.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to see what I can delete from BTT. I could potentially put on a Fuzzy, I don't know if that's
So I gotta say, for this being a Mario Maker 1 attempt at a vertical level, where you couldn't actually make a vertical level, this feels pretty good, like a pretty good attempt at it. I didn't really make these power-ups very friendly to grab if you were already big, but I think it's because I sucked at this game and didn't ever get here big.
Okay, I need to get rid of some of these yeehaws.
Yeah.
I don't need to run.
Okay, this is a kind of cool little obstacle, though, where you actually have to time the runs and ducks and stuff. And then I just need to go back over here. Don't die to the magic, please. And then that door is a reset door if I mess up the P-switch. Good job, Self. He tweeted the clip. I'll probably check it out after stream. Yeah. Okay, there's just kind of a lot of enemy spam in this level is my only complaint, really. And also that it's hella long. But it's at least interesting, so... This obstacle's not. This obstacle is just waiting for a Magic Koopa to free. Okay. Sure, good. It's like the exact same jump I got the time I did not get it. Yeah, honestly, I feel like if checkpoints would have been available, this would have been fine, because it would have just had a checkpoint probably like 2 or 3 rooms in. I did not even know we had that one. It's not jumping right away, so I'm like used to responsive SMW, where like I land on the ground and I'm able to very quickly and immediately jump. But like, I can't do that at this level.
Do we use these anime speed lines?
Not really, no. Especially not for taking up 2.
I don't know. I'm having a situation where I'm gonna have to talk to my bank to be able to pay for BTTV again, and like it's just way too much effort. So it's like, why don't I just delete the 15 emotes that are over? That we can just have the 30.
Past Self should have also probably given fire flowers in all of these power-ups instead of mushrooms, because that would have actually given a progressive power-up on this if you're able to get through a room without getting hit. but that's okay. This is still basically 7 years ago of design at this point, so... You can't even open a turn block with a Goomba in this game? Come on. What kind of nonsense is this?
I might get rid of Chicken Dance and keep the Hot Chicken.
That's probably for the best. I don't really see anyone use Chicken Dance.
Okay, I guess I don't need Muncher Please and Weehawk Muncher. Dear God, I'll keep Muncher Please.
Dear God.
Why so many Munchers? I need to get rid of 7 more. I guess I maybe don't need...
In terms of design, this level is very interesting, but it definitely needed a checkpoint, like right down there, I think. If I would have put a checkpoint, or been able to, I guess, if I would have been able to put a checkpoint right there, I feel like this level would have been perfectly fine. This obstacle's interesting. This is probably my favorite obstacle of the level, honestly. Especially since the P-switch run back is not really that hard. Oh, also you can just go down right there if you don't want to run all the way around, which I guess is good to know. I'm not sure why I didn't give flowers in all of these though, because especially once you start getting to like this part of the level, it starts getting a little spammy.
Oh, I'm definitely full on FOC too, so don't think about it. Oh, but there's some Yeehaws on...
Borgie!
Borgie, hi!
What? Am I able to carry a magic all the way over here? Oh, there's a feather. Does that feather come back? No! Is it just the top cannon shooting feathers every once in a while? Please say that is, and I don't need that Koopa. Yes, it is. Thank God. Good to see you, Borgie. Hope you're doing well. Whew. Okay. Definitely the hardest level so far.
Oh, there's some really good Froogie emotes for Halloween!
Yep.
Froogie! Do you want any of them?
Maybe.
Do you want Envy Pride?
Yes. Oh, so that's interesting. You can actually kind of see it here in the level preview thing. How I built this level, and it's basically just 3 like actual like chunks of vertical segments and stuff. Yeah, this level is like very good Mario Maker 1 jank dot level. KK's gig at Wiggler Wharf. This must have been after I unlocked costumes in SMB 1.
I think I added some Halloweens for you too.
It's oddly very fun, Borgie. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it, but like, oh look, I'm KK!
Oh!
I can hit up, and I can sit on a log and play a guitar note. Yeah, costumes were a very cute part of Mario Maker 1, and honestly, I'm very glad that I built a level with it. Also, I love SMB 1 Wigglers. They're so goddamn cute. That's definitely my favorite part of Mario Maker, is like seeing all of the like enemies that weren't in a game being in a game. I think this is also before you were able to put just like water in a level, so artistically speaking, making the— oh no, I'm just regular Mario in this level? This isn't fun at all.
Does Zio can whelp an actual emote now?
Yeah. A water level? Good job, past self. KK's back too. For some reason, I wasn't expecting this to actually turn into like an actual water level, I'm not gonna lie. Also, yes, Water Wigglers was a very oddly fitting theme for myself. Little did I know. Yeah, also these water physics are fucking terrible, but... yeah, this is a cute little room. Look at this. You gotta dodge the little wigglers. And now I just get to murder all the wigglers? Okay. Overall, I would say I'm pretty happy with how this little showcase has gone so far. And I think that one actually needs to be hitting that star in that timing to be able to get through there. I'm glad I remember all of these dumb star locations. Did I make Kaizo levels back then? No, this is before I opened up anything in Lunar Magic, and once I got into Lunar Magic is when I actually started learning Kaizo stuff. Everything up until then is all very standard levels, which honestly I kind of like, because if they were Kaizo levels, I feel like I probably wouldn't be able to beat them at this point, honestly. So the fact that they're like standard levels actually, like, even though I haven't played them in like 7 years at this point, still relatively able to pick them up. And unfortunately, it looks like this is already the last level I made in Mario Maker. Apparently, I was not in Mario Maker 1 for very long. I thought I spanned a little bit longer in this game, but apparently I moved into Lunar Magic pretty soon. Or you know what it was? I moved into Mega Maker after this, and then into Lunar Magic.
Sorry, Barb.
That's okay. Also, big shoutouts to Past Self for making multiple water levels out of the 10 that I made. I have like 1.5 water levels, and that's not bad. Oh my god, item swimming in this game is terrible. Mega Maker level showcase? Probably next marathon. I don't think I made too many levels in Mega Maker, but I know I made at least a couple actually fairly good levels. Actually, a fun fact about Mega Maker levels, that game was actually the first time I ever had any of my levels like streamed on Twitch. And it was actually by Mitch Flower Power, who played Mega Maker for all of like 1 stream or 2 streams. But he ended up checking it out, and then I was in chat when he was like happening to stream it, and I was like, hey, you want to check out my level? And he actually liked it, and that was fun. So shoutouts to Mitch. He probably does not remember that at all, but I do.
I had to get rid of Kez W Disco. I hope Kez doesn't keep me more than he already does. But now we're at 30 out of 30, so...
Nice.
Should be good. Well, that's a cool level.
Yeah.
I got distracted, dude. I just missed Dog Jam. You know?
Yes. Oh, okay, then if you switch something up there.
shit, I don't even know what I'm doing tonight.
Okay. Sure. I could have probably seen that coming if I had like paid attention to the arc before, but I was not paying attention to the arc. Hey Cam, how's it going? We are hardcore chilling and just playing some old janky Mario Maker 1 levels that have been a lot of fun to re-experience. I'm also a big fan, by the way, of the fact that I actually cared about aesthetics back then, because I feel like I very easily could have not, and instead I did. So that's cool. I could probably actually wear one of these. I keep forgetting I'm able to do that if you swim into the bottom of these.
What am I gonna...
I thought you were playing Love Yourself tonight.
Yeah, probably. You're right. I don't have a, schedule. Usually the schedule is to tell me what to do more than it really is to tell anyone else what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is to tell other people too, but... also
I think I messed that up. Wait, oh, I think we're good. Are we good? No, we're not good. No! I did it wrong, god damn it. Does this happen to be a reset fight? Oh wait, no, it just spits out another one.
Stardew Valley, I'm pretty sure we could just share in our family view.
Maybe. Oh, and then I need a POW down here. Okay. This level's been a little bit more just to fucking figure it out, but it's okay.
I also want to know
Oh yeah, y'all. Vote in my Discord if there are games that you would like to play for the chat picks a game. We already have a decent amount of suggestions and stuff in there. But just
did it at the exact same time.
Just head to announcements and vote for whatever games you want to see. Currently, actually in the lead is Pikmin, which I'm pretty excited about.
Speaking of which,
Realistically, if anything gets a significant amount of votes, I'll probably try to add it to stream, but whoever gets the most votes first will be played for this specific incentive. But I guess that is the end of the Mario Maker 1 showcase, because those are all 10 of my levels.
oh nice.
And